Hey everyone, welcome to another United Stroke Alliance Facebook Live video. I am Kelly Schneider, and today we are going to be doing some Thanksgiving and fall tablescapes. So I'm excited to show you those. But if you are new to United Stroke Alliance, we are a nonprofit that's focused on educating about the prevention, awareness, and stroke through several different programs. And we're located here in Peoria, Illinois. But we do things across the country, and our Facebook Lives are a way to stay connected to all of our friends, even when we couldn't be there together in person. So I've had kind of an awkward time, as I do, trying to set up the camera and the table together. So I don't think you'll see so much of me, but that's okay because the point of the video really was the tables. So I'm going to set the camera down and hopefully walk you through this in a way that's understandable. All right. So I have prepared my table here. You probably recognize these and we'll talk about them here in just a second. So I've prepped my table. Oh, maybe I'll just sit. Maybe that would work. There we go. So I've prepped my table by cleaning it off. And I have this really cute fall table runner, and it used to fit my other table, but this is a newer table since I bought this, and so it's just a little short. So what I ended up doing, because typically I think this would hang so that the edges were kind of hanging down here, but it's not long enough to do that all the way across the side. So I have kind of just rigged mine by folding it over and ironing it and using a couple clips to keep it shorter. But I basically made it so it was just the length of my table. And so all of the things that I'm going to show you today will be using this as basically the center of it. But basically just having a runner is kind of fun, totally not necessary, but I have it, so why not use it? These are my salt and pepper shakers, and they are glass, so I'm actually going to move these while I'm shuffling things about today. All right, so as I mentioned, you might recognize these guys from a video that we did last year together. These are basically, no, they are literally plastic Easter eggs that were left over. And what we did was we spray painted them. I have two different kinds. We spray painted them different colors and then used hot glue and twine to wrap the top to make our homemade acorns. But these are some of my favorite little creations that we used, and I have them saved from previously, so we are definitely going to use these as well. I'm also using this platter right here. It's not a platter, it's a charger. I got this from the dollar store for, that's right, $1. I believe I've seen these like all year round, so I don't think you have to get them just at the holiday season. But this is going to be what we use for the center right now. I'm just going to put it in there because it helps flatten out my spot that needs, hiding. All right, so I have this pumpkin right here. This was actually made for me by my sister, and it is an old sweater that has been converted into this adorable pumpkin that she made for me. It just has some rocks in the bottom to kind of give it some weight, but it's squishy. It's just stuffed with stuffing and a little bit of twine and some pretty little acorns. So, and a twig to give it a stem. So I'm going to put that guy right here in the middle, and the acorns will probably be moved around quite a bit throughout this whole process. I'm also going to use this guy, which we made last year in a craft video. This is one of the styrofoam pumpkins that you can get from probably the dollar store. And then I just cut some old fabric from an old shirt and wrapped that and stuffed it in there. So it was a square piece of fabric that was used, and I stuffed the edges into the middle of that, stuck a stem in there and some twine, of course. Those are some of our favorite things to use. So anyways, I'm gonna also add this right here, and I will move the camera so I can show you different angles, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. All right, next, you might have seen the video where we went to Larry's farm and got a bunch of neat pumpkins and stuff. So I have lots of little pumpkins, and gourds is technically what they are. So I'm gonna mix it up a little bit, and I'm also gonna include one of my pumpkins right here. So I have 3 pumpkins in a row. I think we've talked about this in another video before, but it's nice to have a variety of heights and sizes and stuff like that because it just makes it a little bit more visually interesting. I also recommend going with an odd number for decorations. I'm not sure why. That's just a tip I picked up along the way, and it's what I go by. So those are there. And so what I'm going to do for this one, which is very basic and super easy, is I'm actually just going to take my other random pumpkins and gourds and just kind of like lay them out and around to just varying where they go. I will also move my acorns too, kind of make that a little bit more interesting. And obviously these can be played with and moved around as much as you want. There's not a specific rhyme or reason to the placement, but just to kind of mix it up and give it some variance and look. Yeah. All right. No, that's not what I'm there. And I can't really see what I'm doing on that backside there, so I will get up here in a minute and look at that, but I thought while we're talking and while I'm moving things, that might be helpful. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Yes, some cute little guys. Maybe this guy here. I'm guessing the backside is very, very dull and bland right now, but that's okay. All right, so actually it's really not too bad. Maybe put this guy there. Yeah, I think that's pretty cute. Oh, where are you gonna live? Well, let's get that guy there and put this lumpy fella there. All right. Excuse me, I know I'm mumbling to myself. All right, what do we got going on here? Stand up. All right. Okay, so now I will pick this up and show you what we are looking at here. So yeah, as you can see, it's, actually I'm just gonna do this. All right, yes, that makes much better sense. As you can see, pretty simplistic. There wasn't a whole lot of, it was just kind of putting things in a varying area and just making it a little bit unique and different like that. So again, you can rearrange as much as you like. All right, I'm gonna set you back down and we will rearrange this again. I think I'm actually gonna pull all my pumpkins, maybe not those ones. Okay. I'm gonna pull all my gourds, excuse me. I keep saying pumpkins and that's not what they are. Okay. All right. Oops. No, not my acorn. All right. So for this next setup, we're gonna get rid of this charger here. And I have actually borrowed this nifty candle holder. So I like that it's the 3 and it's got the varying heights. And so I'm going to stick that right there in the middle for now. And obviously that doesn't do a very nice job of like hiding where my interesting little fold is. So I bought this fall garland. It's just orange and has little like berry type things in it. And so what I'm going to do here is just pull it out like that, so it kind of covers where my fold was there. And for this one, I thought it would be, obviously you could definitely use candles if you felt so inclined. But I thought it would be cute to include some of these little pumpkins. And so, just gonna put those on there. This one wasn't wanting to, oh, I'm not sure if that, oh, that's why it's broken. Okay, well anyways, that guy's gonna live there. So you could leave this as simple as, you know, this look if you wanted to, or we could again fill in, I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep moving, but I don't know what else to do. And then you could always fill it in with these other items as well, like stick my little acorns in there. Actually, that's really cute. Yes, we were going to do that. Yes. Oh, that's it. That's there they are. Okay. So yeah, just kind of mix that up a little bit, put those in there. We could even put more of the little gourds in here too if you wanted. And kind of, oh my goodness, Dixie, I see you. All right. Maybe. It makes it more interesting to look at if you have them both on the inside and the outside, which I'll show you a better image of here in just a few minutes when I get these. I see you, girl. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you for your help. Are you going to eat the gourds? Is that what's happening? All right. There we go. That's kind of cute. I'm not sure if I want to go too many more. I kind of like it being a little more on the simple side. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I mean, at least me. All right, here, I'm gonna... Okay. So here is this one, which I think turned out very cute, actually. All right. And then, I guess one other thing that I was going to show you is I had picked up these lights. They're just tiny little, oops, that doesn't show you anything. Tiny little leaves. And these, which I have 2 of them, but right now we're just going to use the one because I don't feel like we need to get too crazy in here. Just kind of weave them around inside of the garland. Yeah, and it shows through the leaves of this garland pretty well, so you can kind of, you can put them in there. Just don't get them lost. There we go. Not sure how much of a difference that makes, but, oh, it's just me. But that's nice. have those there like that. And then, of course, you know, we would add our things there and there. So, yes, lots of options to do. I mean, if you didn't want to include this, you could easily make a disaster, I'm guessing. All right. Okay. So let's just say we wanted to do this as well, and then you could just include just the real guys in there. Of course, that height made it a little bit more interesting, but if you don't have something like that, don't feel discouraged from making your own little setup here like this. I don't know. To me, I prefer things that aren't completely symmetrical. So maybe you're seeing this and thinking, oh my goodness, it's not symmetrical. And that's okay too. You can make it as symmetrical as you want. All right. So this is my final one. Ooh. Sorry, this video is going to be crazy. Okay, so obviously just a little bit shorter since I didn't use the riser things, but it's still really cute. Great way to utilize the gourds that you might still have from earlier this season. So, as always, oh my goodness, I'm being a nightmare about this tonight. Sorry, I should have had a camera person. As always, I would absolutely love to see what you've done with your tables. Hopefully you've got some good hints and tips for when you do your own. You know, fall decorations are great. Just a couple tips though. If you buy garland, I would highly recommend making sure it doesn't have glitter on it. I was not paying attention when I bought this. It's glittery. And I now have glitter all over everything, so I probably wouldn't purchase that same kind again. But otherwise, you know, easy to use. If it's a little too long for your table, you can always cut that down as well and help with that. So again, thank you so much for watching. We hope you come back and check out some of our other Facebook Live videos that we do throughout the month. And again, would love to see what you've done with your table decorations and see what ideas that we can share together. So thanks so much for watching and have a great night.